On the occasion of Eid Miladun Nabi, the birth anniversary of Prophet Muhammad, a book titled Nanna Aravina Pravadi, The Prophet, My Cognition, was released by a prominent Kannada writer and a theatre personality, Yogesh Master. He's here with us to give his insights on what inspired him to write this book. So please tell us what inspired you to write a book on Prophet Muhammad.
Prophet Muhammad was introduced by my maternal aunt at home, one who was Muslim, Zarina. I remember her today very proudly and gratefully. She introduced me Quran and Prophet Muhammad. She was very religious, devoteful to her religion. I was just curious. I am not interested. I am not religious person, but I had respect for her religious activities, and I was very curious to know about it. So I started reading Islam Samikshe. It's a small book from Shanti Prakashana that I started reading, and when I really developed my interest in society and cultural activities and humanitarian subjects, I felt these are all the things were very profoundly and very sensitively addressed by the Prophet Muhammad in those days. So that journey, that interest brought till here as releasing this book.
What do you hope to achieve by writing about Prophet Muhammad?
As I was interested in Prophet Muhammad's life and teaching, of course, he convinced my heart. Heart and brain both accepted him. I am known for my rational thinking. Of course, I am atheist. But he won my heart, and he also served my intellectual also. So I wanted to share my appreciation and my love towards his life and his teachings, as I found him as a very good role model for all human beings. He is not only confined towards the Muslims or Islam. His teaching is applicable for entire mankind. That led me to have comparative study of what base I have, vachanas and kirtanas and other things, and what are the things Prophet Muhammad had said in his life. And in Quran, what are the things he revealed in Quran? Everything I wanted to put it in a nutshell. I think it is not a complete book. It can provide as a starting way. It's an introduction. It's an introduction, very small booklet it is. It is only a way to have better understanding in further days, I feel.
How did you approach the study? Tell us about the research that was involved and all the books that you had to study. Please tell us about it.
My research is not like academically disciplined research as such. Out of my interest, curiosity, and out of my love, I was going through all the literature related to Islam as I was going through vachanas and other Indian darshanas. In the same way, here also, I went through all these things, and it is not scholarly, disciplined research or study like that. It's only out of my interest and love I did it. Whenever I am free, whenever I wanted to get some point, whenever I need to quote somewhere, I studied. That made me to go through in detail. So now it is my part and parcel of my intellectual asset and part of my heart, love.
Did you have to face any kind of challenges while you were writing this book?
By writing this book, I did not find any kind of challenges as it is completely personal and my interest. But when this book is coming now, when some people came to know about that I have written about the prophet, my cognition, Nanna Aravina Pravadi, I started getting some messages. You are you are towards Muslims, and you know what are the Muslims have done, what Prophet Muhammad has done, like this negative remarks, not only about Muslims and not only about Prophet Muhammad, even on me they started sending like some messages. I really wonder about these people. Why can't they go through once? Even they have not got this book. It is not, they do not know what I have written. Before that, they started kind of attack. It is not very serious and abusing, but still, they started kind of, I don't know. It is, they want to feel themselves as a good Hindu or other path of their philosophy or spirituality by condemning the Muslims. This kind of attitude must go to prove or to make himself as a better Hindu. His standing point, his point is to oppose Muslims. This kind of a hatredness they have, and I think that kind of people only sending me messages. Of course, I wish one day their heart also may open. It will open to the truth and love, and I wish for that.
So, how do you plan to handle this negative criticism?
First of all, I follow the Prophet, Prophet Muhammad. He was not really disturbed when the criticism came, and when he was abused and he was physically beaten up. They stoned him. His patience, his forgiveness, all these things may help me to handle this kind of thing. Because writing is not only to please the people or please a set of group of people, it is to practice for a writer also. What are the things I have written in the book? Let me practice seriously to handle this kind of a negative criticism also.
Sir, can you tell us about the significance of the title of your book, Nanna Aravina Pravadi, The Prophet, My Cognition? Can you tell us about its significance?
Yes, this is the way, what are the things I have mentioned in the book. With all that aspects, I tried to understand him. It is on the first hand, it is my intellectual effort to understand him. Later, I fell in love with him. This is what happened. He, of course, when I first opened my head, he helped me to open my heart also. This is how this title, Nanna Aravina Pravadi, came into existence.
Can you highlight any specific aspects of the Prophet's life that you have focused in your book?
It is difficult. Totally, I try to portray his complete character as a role model one can simply follow, blindly follow, as it's a complete character, total, perfect. I focused most on his behavior, thought process, his responses, and his reactions and actions, and his intention, and his concern towards the people, those who are in dark age. These are the things are being focused in this book.
How do you see your book contributing to interfaith understanding?
Certainly, it will help to certain extent, I believe, because Prophet Muhammad is not very, very rigid, or he is not addressing to the small sect of group. It is very, very universal, and his thoughts and preachings are said in different forms, even in India, before and after him. These are all the things I have picked from Vachanas and other kritis, other text of Indian texts, so that non-Muslim people can understand Muhammad better. When they have the similarities, it may help them to understand Prophet Muhammad and Islam better.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. It was great talking to you. We were talking to Yogesh Master, a prominent Kannada writer and a theatre personality. He was giving his insights on what inspired him to write this book. He says Prophet Muhammad's teachings are not just for Muslims but for all mankind. He says he fell in love with Prophet Muhammad while in the process of writing and learning about him. And he says that the book aims at building interfaith understanding. This is Alia Amreen for Karnataka Muslim.